What is up and welcome back, and today we're going to be doing a performance review on the Reebok Fury Zone Low. And this basketball sneaker I just think looks amazing. I do love the whole color scheme of it, and not just that, it's also going to be a low, so it is going to be a little bit different. And I do think the silhouette of this whole sneaker, it is something unique. You don't really see a silhouette like this, okay? And this color scheme, I mean, I just love how it looks with the black and white. Then you get a little bit of this highlighter orange right here. Okay, so I just think it looks real slick and smooth looking, and I'm a sucker for shoes that look real good, especially on the basketball court. So I did want to do a performance review so we can see if this shoe is going to hold up. So let's get right into it. So for starters, let's talk about the materials. You are going to have textiles and synthetics, and you can see that right here with the mesh. It is going to be transparent. That's going to be in the back and in the middle section of the sneaker. We can turn around. It's also going to be on the other side. So that's going to make this sneaker very breathable. Not just that, you're going to have that same material right here on the forefoot, but it is going to be a lot more thicker. You're going to have an extra lining underneath, but that's still going to make this shoe still breathable. It's not too thick where you don't get ventilation through it. So that's good to know if you don't like your feet getting too hot or too sweaty. This sneaker is going to have you covered for the whole summer. Or if you're just one of those people that tend to sweat a whole lot, you're going to have a whole bunch of airflow coming through this sneaker, okay? Now for the tongue, it is going to be disconnected, as you can tell. It's also going to be this mesh material, but it is going to be a lot more thicker, so you're not going to have no ventilation through the tongue, maybe just through the sides right here. Okay, and you are going to have also the same kind of thickness that you have for the tongue. It's kind of right here for the collar, very minimal. Okay, so you can see that firsthand right there. Okay, and once again, you can see how it's transparent. The mesh, you can see that right there also. A different look. And Reebok also put a nice quality fused material right here in the front. And that's going to have you covered for toe drags. So very good to see. Now I do want to talk about the whole lacing system, because this lacing system is going to be very important, because the lockdown of this sneaker, I have narrow ankles, so I do get some sliding up and down. So for me, the lockdown is more like a 8.4, but if you have regular ankle size or thicker ankle, then maybe you're going to have like a 9 or possibly even a 10. But for me, it does slide up and down. And the laces are going to be very important, because you're going to have to tighten this real tight in order to get that ankle support real good. And if you're going to be tying the laces a whole lot and even double knotting, it's so good that they put quality laces. Okay, so you definitely get quality laces, and they are extra long, so you're not going to have any problem double knotting, as you can tell. And not just that, but in the back of the sneaker, you are going to have, like the website mentioned, all synthetics and textile. So this looks to be like leather, but it's just going to be a synthetic. That's what the description mentioned. And I also want to add, it does come with an internal heel clip, and you can feel it right here. But the size of it is going to be not too big. So you can feel that it kind of stops around this area right here, like around this area, and that wraps around the same distance. Okay, I would have preferred it was more wider, but it gets the job done. But I just like when it's a little bit more wider. I like the feel of it. Now moving on to the lower portion of the sneaker, you are going to have right here this TPU plate on the outside. That's going to be plastic. Okay, so that helps out a whole lot with the support of the sneaker. You have that right here. You turn it around, it kind of looks like you have another one, but it's not going to be. Instead, it is going to be the foam that the shoe is working with. Okay, kind of feels like an EVA type foam. It is somewhat squishy, so you get good compression. And I was kind of surprised, because I wasn't expecting that to jump in this sneaker, it was going to feel comfortable, but I mean, you can land in the front, in the middle, and even the back without no problems. So this shoe right there gets a good, nice hard pass. Definitely love to see that you have that in it. And then you're going to get this rubber right here, okay? You can see that it's somewhat high. That goes all around through the sneaker. Kind of cages the foam right there, and then it cages that TPU plate that's on the outside, okay? And again, this is good for when you're trying to make those hard stops, right? You're going to have that support right there to maintain the structure of the sneaker. Then on the inside, no one really, I mean, you do kind of use it from time to time. I would have wished they would have went with this setup also on the inside, but I mean, they give you the illusion that you have two of them, but it's just going to be one. Now focusing a little bit more on the traction, this is going to be the pattern. It is going to be a whole bunch of circular dots, or you can call them nubs as well, big size nubs all throughout. And let me tell you, this traction performs so good on a clean or medium dirty court. It just stops on a dime. It does pick up some dust on a dirty court, and you'll feel it because it's just not like all of a sudden you get some slippage. You get a little bit, and then you know you have to wipe. So this shoe right here, very good traction, and definitely gets the 10 out of 10. And I was kind of surprised because you don't really see traction like this. So traction worked real good, and you'll see it on the video how you just stop on a dime. Very solid. So that's going to be a wrap for this sneaker, and I'm very hyped that it performed way better than expected. I do love the looks, and then with the performance on court, it's going to be even better. Also, a shoe that's very versatile. You can, like we said, dress it down or dress it up, depending what you want to use this for. Use it on the court, use it on the weekend when you're going out someplace. I mean, it can go real good with a lot of different outfits. And not just that, but if you're gonna use it on the court, I mean, I just love when you have a low top where you can jump all over the place with it. It's not gonna be the bounciest, you don't get that bounce feel to it, but at least you know that if you land in the front, the middle, or in the back of your foot, you're gonna be safe with this one. And I didn't feel that, you know, with the materials being how they are, right? I still felt very supportive. So, I mean, you can, if you're a shifty player, I feel you'll be covered in the sneaker. I mean, you can stop on a dime with it. So for me, this is definitely going to be a good pickup, and then you're going to look good also on the basketball court. So that's a big plus. So with that said, these are going to be the Reebok Fury Zone Low, and they come in at 100 USD. And if you like what you're seeing, please sub. It really does help us out a whole lot. We are a smaller channel, so every little bit does help. And with that said, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.